There is a popular saying that says, a friend's betrayal cuts deeper than a knife. But in this case, it was more than just betrayal. It was a cold-blooded murder. A young man trusted his best friend with millions, but little did he know that that trust would cost him his life. Stay tuned as we uncover the chilling story of how one man's greed led to an unthinkable crime. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn your notifications so you never miss any shocking stories we uncover. Welcome to Truth Uncovered Africa. Now let's dive right in. Efe, a young man in his 30s, saw a building on distress sale that wanted to be sold by the owners. The owners needed money to leave the country, so they were in need to sell the house as fast as possible. So Efe thought to himself that it was a perfect deal for his wealthy friend named Paulinus. Efe was very excited, so he approached Paulinus and pitched the property to him. At first, Paulinus was skeptical about buying the house, but Efe convinced him, knowing it was a very good deal. But most importantly, if the deal went through, Efe was set to make 10% commission, a sweet 3 million naira, as the full payment of the house was 30 million naira. But there was one problem. Paulinus didn't have the full 30 million naira to pay outrightly for the house. So Paulinus opted for installment plan to pay small, a decision that unknown to him would seal his fate. Efe, the trusted friend, collected the first installment of 10 million naira, but instead of Efe forwarding it to the property owner, he used it to buy 2 plots of land and started building his own personal house on the land. As time passed, Efe, who was out of cash for his own personal building, went to Paulinus, his friend, and pressured Paulinus to bring more money, claiming that the property owner was threatening to sell to someone else. Paulinus was desperate not to lose the deal. So Paulinus went ahead to send Efe another 10 million naira, making it 20 million naira. Yet again, Efe funneled the funds to his private construction project. The same scheme continued. Paulinus sent 5 million naira to Efe, and finally, the last 5 million naira, making it a total of 30 million naira. But here's where everything took a dark turn. One morning, Paulinus called Efe, eager to finally see the house he had fully paid for. But Efe, knowing there was no house, kept making excuses. Days turned to weeks, months, and Paulinus grew suspicious. Efe, on the other hand, knew he was running out of time. The truth was not an option. Returning the money was also not an option. So he chose the worst possible option, eliminating Paulinus. Efe contacted a friend and laid out a sinister plan. He promised this man named Ekumete 450,000 naira to help him kill Paulinus, but the friend refused this disgusting idea. Unfortunately for the friend, he did not report it to the police. But Efe, still desperate, was still going to continue with his plans. So Efe went ahead to reach out to 3 other men, Sunday, Gaga, and one native doctor. This time around, he found willing accomplices, people that were ready to do the same job for 980,000 naira. So on the 3rd day, the plan was set in motion. They wanted to invite Paulinus for them to carry out their sinister plan. Efe lured Paulinus into a trap, telling him they were going to a party. Paulinus trusted his longtime friend and agreed. But it wasn't a party waiting for him, it was death. As soon as they arrived at the meeting point, the men came out from the car, grabbed Paulinus, tied him up, and threw him into a van. They drove him to a riverside where they tied him to a stick. Gaga, the main executioner, later confessed that they beat Paulinus, but he didn't die. So one of them took a knife and slit his throat while he was still alive. They dumped his body into the river, but not before cutting off his head and giving it to the native doctor. It is known in Delta State that whenever someone dies mysteriously or is found missing, family members often seek the knowledge of their ancestors through native doctors to inquire the cause of the death of their loved one. So Efe and his accomplices knew this, hence the reason why they gave their own native doctor Paulinus' head to perform some rituals in order for them not to be caught. But as you already know, their ritual failed. But if you think Efe's wickedness ended there, think again. Even after murdering his friend, he went to Paulinus' parents and claimed their son had been kidnapped. He demanded a 20 million naira ransom and the family paid him the money. So not only did Efe kill Paulinus, but he also extorted his grieving family. What kind of heartless person does that? For a while, it seemed like Efe had gotten away with everything, but karma came knocking when one of his accomplices, Gaga, was arrested by the police. Under pressure, he confessed and led the authorities to other suspects. When Efe was asked why he killed his friend, his response was cold and heartless, but no excuse could justify such evil. Please, listen to them.
How much Paulinus pay you for that property before you decide to kill her?
Everything at 30 million.
30 million. So why you choose to kill her?
I don't know. I want to explain the matter given.
Okay, you don't know how you want to explain the matter given. Okay, so these people, which of them you contact say me they help you kill Efe? Say Okemute. Okay, so when you contact, how much you pay Okemute to kill?
Everything now 680,000.
You pay him 680,000.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, so when he bring Paulinus give una, what is na call do Paulinus?
My brother, it's Sunday Ikpeba.
Where Sunday Ikpeba?
Yeah.
How be this? Okay,
He cut tire.
Okay.
After tire finish, also don't there so he come give me the colors. He say, "Oh, you cut am."
I just let it give
yes, he come give me the colors. He say, "Oh, you cut am." Not I say, not me supposed to cut am. Na Sunday Ikpeba. Sunday Ikpeba, na come comot the hair.
That was how a promising young man was killed. All because he trusted a friend who valued money more than human life. This is yet another sad reminder that not everyone who calls you friend truly means well. Paulinus was betrayed by the very person he trusted the most. What do you think about the tragic story? Let us hear your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Truth Uncovered Africa, and turn your notifications so you never miss any shocking story. Until next time, stay safe, stay vigilant, and trust wisely.